Right. I will be rambling on quite a bit during this video, so do excuse it if I'm not being as concise as possible. But there's a few things that we need to understand coming into this idea of why do different setups exist. After Heavy Tatsu, we have a plus 34 frame advantage. We understand that standing medium kick kills a total of 26 frames of your advantage, meaning that we should be left with plus 8 when inputted perfectly. Plus 8 right here. We also understand, I remember this is a long thing that I typed out, that lights, if you chain the lights, this is an example of me not chaining the lights. If you didn't chain the lights, you will have a startup green bar on each and every single one of the light punches. But you can make this slightly quicker. So at the moment, this is 14 frames. I can chain them quicker and it eliminates the startup, and I can make it 13 frames. So that idea of me killing 13 frames, and in this case right here, I can kill those frames and get a plus 12 advantage instead. Same idea with crouching lights. I can kill 10 frames. Light kick, light punch. I can kill light kick, light punch. I can kill 9 frames. And the reason why we want to kill a different amount of frames is depending on what's the next button that you're going to go into. Are you going to go to a standing heavy punch, starts up in 9 frames. You're going to go forward heavy punch, starts up in 13 frames. So you have the idea of killing different amount of frames so that you can have access to a different meaty button. And obviously the different meaty button might get you a different combo scenario after the counter hit. So a few things that you want to look for right now is, if I do a standing medium kick whip into a heavy punch, that heavy punch actually lands me at a -3 advantage. However, if I choose a different meaty setup, notice that this leaves me with a -1 situation. Yes, I'm still unsafe. However, I am less unsafe in that scenario. So that was a double crouching light punch. And that double crouching light punch killed 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It killed 24 frames. However, a double light punch standing kills less frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It killed only 22 frames. So if I go jab, jab into a heavy punch. Come on. I can start to see different scenarios now. If I did it frame perfect. That's not me frame perfect. I actually get a +1 situation right here. So after this particular scenario, it is still my turn to press buttons. So depending on how you kill your frames, that that meaty button can still leave you minus. It can give you even more plus frames in that scenario. And I want to just show you just an idea of what happens when he mashes light punch and what we can do with this scenario. So we'll do it with medium kick. We'll do it with double crouching light punch, and then we'll do it with double standing light punch. And then all of these are going to be with a heavy punch meaty. Come on. I am +5 only on this, and we'll talk about why we're +5 and why we're a different amount of frames afterwards. Okay, so +5 after that. We're +7 on this. again, that's still a +7 because I did 2 crouching light punches. No, that's late. And we're +9 on this. And there's a reason why killing frames and having a... And this is now the idea of like, what's an early meaty and what's a late meaty? You just saw the idea of the earliest meaty, a medium meaty, and a really late meaty. And you can see this in the bar scenario in that if I do... No. No, better. No, better. Come on. That is an early meaty. And the reason why this is an early meaty is as he finishes waking up, where that end of 114 frames is that yellow bar, he gets hit on the first hitting frame of my heavy punch. Now, heavy punch, just remember, heavy punch doesn't just hit on frame 9. It hits on frame 10, 11, 12, and 13. All of these red bars is them connecting and hitting the opponent. So I can hit it on the frame 1 of red, I can hit it on the frame 3 of red, or I can hit it on the last frame of the red. Early meaty, late meaty. So again, let me show you that early meaty again. That is an early meaty. And because we hit it early, we still have a longer time to recover, giving us only a +5 scenario afterwards. Less combo opportunity for us to do a more damaging combo after this. Let's go for a medium meaty. Notice that it didn't hit on frame 1. Actually, the hitting frames of frame 1 and frame 2 of the red bar have already been hitting him as he was still waking up. We are hitting a frame 3 meaty in that scenario right there. That idea of hitting a late meaty means that we have a shorter recovery period for the rest of the move, giving us a +7 scenario afterwards. Again, more combo opportunities after this. Let's hit a really late meaty now. This is a really late meaty because we're not hitting that heavy punch on frame 9, 10, 11, or 12 of the hitting frames. We're hitting it on the last possible attacking animation of heavy punch, meaning that we have an even shorter recovery period, giving us a +9 scenario afterwards. And with this particular late meaty, +9 gives us access to heavy punch again. Again, if I was good... Come on. No. That +9 scenario into another 9 frame move gives us the ability of just hitting 2 heavy punches back to back. Late meaty and early meaty it's one of the reasons why we should learn as many setups as possible, even with just the idea of how many frames should we kill. And as you start to understand, okay, well, I can kill this many frames, I can kill that many frames, I can think about the different setups that he has or hasn't seen. This idea goes even further. I just did 2 crouching light punches into a forward heavy punch. I allowed my opponent to start up 2 frames of his light punch. You can see it by his 2 green bars right there. It takes 4 frames for a light punch to come out yet, so I gave them the opportunity to start pressing a light punch before I interrupted it. Now, with this particular forward heavy punch setup, I'm not trying to capture a counter hit light. There's a bigger scenario behind this. And the bigger scenario behind this comes from perfect parrying. Now, if I sweep, just to show you an idea, he does a back parry on frame 1. Okay? So if I do a standard meaty, automatically perfect parries. And it's something about perfect parrying that you need to understand. That perfect parry is there's only a 2 frame window for the perfect parry to be a perfect one. You can steal your turn back. So as soon as he started blocking, these 2 yellow frames was actually him parrying. He parries the first hit and the second hit, yeah? Covering that window. Even if I do a late meaty, because he wakes up and parries, it still happens because that is his first idea as a response. So how do we blow up the first 2 frames of someone waking up and parrying? We give them a gap. Now if I go back to that light punch idea, again, notice that I'm leaving a gap before he gets hit. Those two green bars is leaving a gap. Again, when he parries, when he parries, you see the purple frames. Yeah? There's purple frames. As soon as he wakes up, he parries. So let's leave 2 gaps of parrying animation so that he doesn't perfect parry. And you get this idea. He still woke up and parry, but because he missed the perfect parry window, this hit is still meaty. And I've already countered his perfect parry response. I know I've gone way too deep into this, but you can start getting the idea of like why we kill different frames.